I can appreciate how inclusive, First Fridays is about the art community and particularly Black artists as well. I recently had the pleasure of podcasting at the gala, the Black Tie Gala, which was amazing. It was just so incredible to see so many artists in one space together from all over. And so I think that you guys in your organization, you guys are very successful with the outreach, the way the team operated, just top of the line all the way. I'd talk your head off about how much I enjoyed that, but you guys are just so intentional, and I'm just so glad that there's, space for us, for creators, and, for just about everything. And so my segue is, what inspired you to create these types of unique events?
People. I think people, and I think I travel a lot. So my career and job, I traveled all over the world. I'm an investment guy, and I travel all over the world, and I just see unique situations. And just, when you see culture, you see people's talents, and just, you're always thinking, what can I bring back to Columbus, or what can I do in Columbus that's similar to this, that I'm seeing. So the inspiration comes in a lot of different ways and places, but, I think I have one of those kind of eyes where wherever I go, my eyes open to seeing what's unique, especially when it involves our culture.
Right.
Especially when it involves us in some kind of way, because we have so many stories, and our culture has so many different segments to it. We're not just one, monolithic thing. It can go so wide, and so deep, and so
That's right.
Back in history. So it has so many things that you can bring out. You won't run out of you run out of life before you run out of time to be able to do all the things out there. So I think that's it, and I think that when we come into it and you see the responses people have, even from the non-artistic side, because what I love the best, I think, is when I see someone who's really not traditionally artistic, and they're exposed to an artistic situation, and they become more interested in it. They want to know more about it, and they're thankful. Like, I would never have seen that. I never knew that. I just bought my first art piece. So I just attended my first dance recital. Something that's different that I haven't done. So when you're getting those kind of connectors there, like I said earlier, that drives you to want to do more. So you can try to get more creative. What can we do? What can we do more in our space and time? So that's kind of where we've been the last few years, is how can we even, ramp this thing up? How can we level up to even a higher level? And we're constantly looking for ideas and associations and partnerships.
Right.
I mean, even the podcast world. I didn't know podcast was 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now folks like, we gotta get a podcast, and then we gotta do all these, and they're all forms of art and all forms of communication and expression. And so it's always evolving. It's always something different that you didn't even, on your radar screen, like I said, you couldn't know what a podcast was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Until the pandemic came, I didn't even know that they, even existed. But it's been, and how powerful they are.
Right.
I'll take that back. The power of the podcast is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I find myself watching 3 or 4 podcasts a day on something. I'm looking at this and learning.
Yeah.
I mean, my ability to learn and be exposed is exponential.
Absolutely. From relationships to sports to...
Well, people like yourself, they take it serious, and they're well-informed, and they, for the great majority of people, they give quality information out.
Absolutely.
And so that's a form of art and communication that I think is something, like I said, wasn't even on my radar screen 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes, sir.